Chatty McPhee. Oh, there's another little boy pea. This is quite a good position. Holding you through the nice and stretched out. Who's that? Is that your daddy? Yeah. I broke the dog. Little puppy. Good morning. Had a bit of a makeover. You may have seen on Instagram I got my hair cut. I asked you in the last vlog if I should get a fringe and the results were mixed. Some people were like, don't do it, you're a new mum, and some people were like, do it, it'll make you feel refreshed, and it has done the job. I also dyed my greys. That's a conversation we've had on here before. I feel so good having done my hair. I think I came to the realisation that trying to grow my greys out when my hair is quite long is going to be a lengthy process. I'd rather do it when I'm maybe in my 40s and I could do like a chop and get a specialist to dye my hair grey to sort of blend it all in, but I wasn't willing to wait with kind of half grey, half dark hair. And I'm so happy with the colour. This is like the loveliest colour because it looks way more similar to my natural hair colour. It's really hard to tell in this light because it's raining outside. She like mixed a few things so that it wasn't so opaque, and then the fringe is perfect. I'm intrigued to see what it'd be like when I let my hair dry naturally. That might be more tricky, but yeah, I feel like a new person. It's crazy how hair can have such an impact on how you feel about yourself, because I was feeling so, I don't know, you can kind of end up feeling a bit mumsy in a negative way. I hate that word, but that's the only word I can think of to describe what I mean. Frumpy. You can feel a bit frumpy after you have a baby and not really like yourself, and kind of like you've lost yourself a little bit. And I used to have a fringe for a decade when I was a teenager into my mid-20s. So this is like fully taking me back to feeling young again and feeling really great. And I just think I needed that after having a baby, and it's given me the like inspiration to revamp my style and get up in the morning, put makeup on, get dressed and feel good. So if you've been thinking of having a little makeover and there's been a change in your life recently, 100% do it, because physically having something go on like changed really helps you get like a pep back in your step, and I'm feeling hot. I love it so much. I'm so happy with it. Anyway, today it is raining outside, and so I did have plans to go out, and I just thought, you know what, let's just have a cozy rainy vlog. Yeah, it was kind of like a slow start to the day because I had an extra nap with her because I was so tired, and got a little bit of work to do. It's just going to be a cozy day at home. The house is feeling a bit messy. The house this weekend was so crazy. From coming back from Newlyn, from the cottage, the house was so chaotic, and my parents came over to help tidy it. It's still not the best, but maybe I'll have some time today to do a bit. I got out some of my summer clothes in a vlog recently, and they are still on the floor in my dressing room. I haven't had the time to put them away, so that's something I would like to do. Anyway, let me know as well what you would like to see from me this festive season. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so ready for Christmas and getting into the Christmas spirit. I didn't really get into the autumnal spirit because of having a baby. I was just focused on that, but now we're kind of moving out of the newborn phase. I'm feeling like all I want to do is be festive, go to all the Christmas markets, make wreaths, make baubles, I really want to get a wreath up in the house, to be honest with you, and I just want to feel festive now. This year I won't be doing Vlogmas every day, obviously, because that would be impossible with a baby, But I will be doing festive videos. I think I'll up it to 2 videos a week like I used to do. So we'll still do Vlogmas, but just not so many videos. So it'll still be fun, still be festive, and I'm really looking forward to that. And maybe I'll insert a little bit of that into November, because I'm ready for it now. Who else is ready for it? I'm a 1st of November, it's Christmas time type of girl. Are you that? Or are you, no, 1st of December, that's way too early? Because I feel like as soon as Halloween is over, I'm just so ready for Christmas. I'm so ready for Christmas. I'm so excited for having baby's first Christmas. And I was thinking maybe what I could do, I've always wanted to do this, is get us 3 stockings with our names on them. Because I always want to do that every year and I never get round to it. So maybe I'm going to do that. Oh, maybe that could be a fun project. Could I do that myself? Anyway, I'm really like chatty this morning with you because I feel like I haven't been vlogging I haven't picked up the camera in a little bit. We have a festive delivery. I can smell the festivities from here. Hello, Zuzi. This smells like a garden centre at Christmas time, is what it smells like. Oh my gosh. The tape is a hint. Sorry, it's so dark. Like, it's literally so dark. Where's the... This is like my first Christmas present of the season. Oh my goodness. To Madeleine, congratulations on the arrival of your new bundle of joy. We hope it brings you much joy while discovering your favourite scents this festive season. Love the St Evil team. St Evil are a Cornish brand, B Corp. They make beautiful candles. I have them all over the house and I always get them gifted at Christmas time from, usually Alex's dad gets me some St Evil candles. He knows that I love them. This is exactly what I needed when I said I'm like ready for Christmas. It is their advent calendar. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to remove this camera because you can't see it. Let's come over to the window. Look how gorgeous this is. I'm not gonna open any though because I'm gonna save it. Look, number 1 is a bigger one. And look how gorgeous the pattern. So thank you, St Evil, for this. I'm gonna feed Zuzi because you're hungry, aren't you? It is nearing lunchtime and I tend to get very, very hungry because of breastfeeding. So I kind of have like 2 breakfasts, or I have like an early lunch and then sort of another kind of meal later on. Basically meal times have gone out the window and I just eat whenever because I just get so hungry through the day and I just end up snacking so much. I do want to kind of get a bit more organised with what I'm eating and like how I'm looking after myself, because I do find sometimes I'm not putting the effort into that. And I was trying to brainstorm ways that I would make that happen, because day to day it's difficult to find the time to cook healthy meals. It's given me a new perspective I never had before. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. Alex is downstairs playing with little Elwyn, and I noticed this book this morning and I just thought how I had completely forgotten to fill this out. So this is a bump to birthday, a pregnancy and first year journal. I filled it out religiously in the first trimester because I was so excited about having baby and like being pregnant. And then in the second trimester, my mental health was not the best, so I stopped filling it out. And then towards the end of pregnancy, I did start again and then stopped again. And then when I had Elwyn, I went back and filled some things out by looking at photos on my phone and trying to remember what we were doing at that time. But I haven't filled it out really since she was born. When she was born, I filled out all the information about her and her birthday and her weight and those kinds of things, like my birth experience, but I haven't filled it out since then. And that makes me sad because I really want to have this for me and for her to remember, because photos only say so much. Writing things down is such a great way to remember things that seem mundane to you or seem like something that isn't really a memory, but then you look back on and go, oh my goodness, that was such a lovely time and such something I really don't want to forget. So I really want to take the time to do this. And I was also reflecting on how a lot of my time at the minute is spent with Elwyn, breastfeeding, her napping on me in the night, feeding her, because breastfeeding is such a all-encompassing job. I think that it's the equivalent of a full-time job. And it takes up 50% of your energy. I think your brain uses about 20%, and breastfeeding takes up so much of your energy. And I'm finding what I'm doing is I'm just scrolling on my phone and I'm not being present, and that makes me sad as well. So I really want to set myself a bit of a a bit of a goal, I don't like the word goal, I want to like reset myself and say, you know, in those moments when she's napping on you, maybe that is a time you can just jot things down in this journal, or maybe you could read a book, or maybe you could actually just be present in that moment and not feel the need to scroll, because it feels like I'm rushing through things sometimes. I'm like, I'm just going to scroll quickly so that when this sort of get this over with, sort of, so I can move on to the next thing, so I can get my work done, or so I can think about when, you know, when she's going to be playing next, or when her nap is, or when Alex is going to be taking her out, etc. You know, boring kind of things you think about in a day as a mum, like how things are going to go and what things you have to do and that sort of stuff. And it means you're kind of skipping over the moment. And it is such a beautiful time of her life and of my life. I don't want to forget it, and I don't want to be skipping over it. And I've done that in the past, like I said, with the newborn phase and with that maternity leave. I feel like I was rushing that as well. I was like rushing for her to arrive, and then during the newborn phase I was like kind of getting up out of bed, tidying the house, like trying to think about, you know, when she could like interact with us more, or when breastfeeding was established and when things would be easier. And though it's hard, and I know that those moments were a challenge, so I can't really beat myself up too much, because I'm already feeling nostalgic for the newborn phase and for that end of pregnancy period, that maternity leave. I'm already kind of thinking back nostalgically about it. And that bittersweet feeling, I don't want that to carry on. I really want to take that wisdom and move forwards with her and with my life as a new mum, and savour those moments and live in the moment and be present with her and be present with me and with Alex, and just take stock. Because when you're overtired, when you're breastfeeding, when you're trying to work, when you're doing, it means that you just don't stop to think about these things, and you're just always kind of going. That's a personality trait of mine anyway. You know, she has already taught me this. I have to be present with her when I'm feeding her and when she's sleeping on me, and that is the beautiful part of it that I have really, really loved. I think in a previous vlog I shared how I quite like breastfeeding in the car, because it, for some reason, means I don't sort of work on my phone or my laptop or think about what I've got to do next. I'm just completely present in feeding her. Because even though those things seem mundane, like trying to get her to go to sleep, like rocking her or changing her nappy or feeding her, I know that in a year's time I'll look back at that with longing. I'll think, oh my goodness, do you remember when she was that little and we used to rock her to sleep, and I was breastfeeding her around the clock and she was so small, and we'd change her nappy and she'd be cooing at us. I mean, that is actually one of my favourite parts, is doing her nappy, because she's so chatty. I have actually started back having therapy again since having a baby. I had it throughout pregnancy, and I knew that I would go back postpartum once I'd settled. And I find therapy is a really great way to reflect and to be a bit more present with what's going on in your life and to slow down. That's the effect it's had on me anyway. And that's part of the reason I'm having these reflections, because of the conversations I've been having in therapy. So BetterHelp is the paid partnership of today's video, and I have worked with them for a long time for a reason, because they have had a really positive impact in my life. Their whole mission is to make having therapy easier. They will connect you with a credentialed therapist who is trained to listen to you and to give you unbiased advice. I absolutely love my therapist. She has been so great and so helpful for me. And if you don't personally connect with the therapist that you are initially paired with, then you have the opportunity to change therapists at no extra cost. And it's very easy. You fill out a questionnaire and then you're paired with a therapist as soon as possible. I think with me it was maybe 48 hours. It was very quick. They have over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, so they're a platform that you can trust. I recommend them, and I love them, and I can give you that recommendation as well. I'm also someone who uses BetterHelp and absolutely loves it, because it has really helped me through difficult times in my life. It helped me through my pregnancy tenfold. I don't know how I would have gone through what I did in pregnancy without therapy, and I'm forever grateful for that. And like I said, it's helping me to be more present in this time that I know is going to fly by, and I know I'm going to look back and think, Maddie, you should have been more present with that and remembered it and written in your journal and taken that time and just sat with it. You can click the link down below or go to betterhelp.com/Madeleine Olivia and you'll get 10% off your first month of therapy. So if you have been faced with a challenge recently, if you are postpartum, if you're pregnant, if there's a mental health challenge that you're dealing with that you haven't faced before and you feel very alone, don't do it alone. You can get that support and that unbiased advice and have someone listen to you when you're going through it. And I'm going to sit down now and go in my journal and actually fill this out, because I haven't in a really long time, and I think Alex probably will put Aloe to sleep, and it's a good time for me to think about, yeah, the phase that we're in now. I also know that the next time I'm pregnant, this will be so great to look through to remind me of the things that I will have forgotten. You've been out for a rainy walk? Little rainy walkies? Hi. 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 Hey. 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 Up, up, up. Down, down, down. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Down, up, down, up. Bicycle. Bicycle. Hi, hi, hi. 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 Bobby. What is it? So we've had a lovely little nap. Well, I didn't. Baby did. And you were having food and sleeping. And she's just a bit, I feel like she's in that phase. She's just needing the extra attention, breastfeeding. And that was a bit of a cluster feed, I think. She's so chatty lately. I think that's what's happening, is her brain is understanding like social cues more, and like she's more chatty and she's more aware of everything around her, and it's so cute. But I think that's obviously affecting breastfeeding and reflux, isn't it, little one? Mwah. But now I'm gonna finally move the clothes off the floor of my dressing room and get Alex to come help me, because I need to take the bags out from underneath the bed. Yes. This has become Alex's bedroom because, oh my god, look, it's so dark. We need the lights on. What the heck?
Backlit, isn't it?
Hello? This is Alex's bedroom now because of breastfeeding and sleeping with baby. Anyway.
Yeah, also, we don't like each other. Get your bib.
I think this has got coats and stuff. Roxy, no. We're trying to lift the bed. This is badly designed, isn't it? We've got this very expensive bed from Loaf, and these drawers go with the bed, and you have to lift the bed to get them out. They're supposed to fit underneath, and they're too big.
It would probably work on a hardwood floor.
They haven't considered the extra from it being on a carpet. There's this as well. Lift it again. Before I do that though, we did order a playmat, so I'll show you what that looks like. And I have had my eye on this one for so long because it's pretty. So in the living room, we moved the ottoman out of here so we could have a mat on the floor, because our house is like a big house, but all the rooms are really small. So there's nowhere in the kitchen. We don't have like an open plan kitchen living space for like a playmat, and this is the only room that there's space, and it's still quite narrow. So we just thought, you know what, to be able to come downstairs like in the morning and just have Matt out with the toys, that's going to be really helpful for the foreseeable future, and for like, you know, I can do work, Alex can get breakfast, so it's just going to make our lives easier so she can play. What do you think?
You got a William Morris playmat.
I did.
And you're opening it with a cat comb.
I am. It worked. Women in STEM. It's from a brand called Totter and Tumble, and they do playmats with gorgeous patterns, and they have a William Morris range. And okay. I know Charlie has something similar. I don't know if she has this brand or like a similar brand, but she has got like a William Morris style print mat. And I've always seen that and thought, well, that's great. You can also, there's other ones I did consider that you get that like are foldable, so you can put it away. But I just thought, knowing us, I just think it's better to always have it out, don't you? Because we're not going to fold it away. We're just not. And obviously in the future it'd be great if we could knock through the kitchen to the annex, so that can become like a proper playroom, but that's just not going to happen for a while. And they're double-sided, so they have 2 patterns.
Oh.
So I picked this one, I'll show you. Maybe I'll put on the screen the actual name of it, because I know that William Morris has specific names for the patterns. I've always loved this one actually. I remember once considering it for a wallpaper in the house. And it might clash a bit with the rug, but...
Just a bit.
Huh?
Just a bit.
I am in the era of loving clashing patterns. I think if you have the right colours, like this room has mainly like greens, pinks. Greens and pinks, yeah. And that's what this has. So I just thought, well, clashing pattern's fine as long as it's in the same sort of colour range. So which side do we do? So we've got this side, which is the kind of...
Nah.
And then this side, which is the green side. And I just thought, it's gonna... I guess their whole point is that, like, obviously you have to have playmats out for your children. So why not have them be pretty and look like a nice rug? And this is slightly wide, it will have to go under the sofa a little bit, but that doesn't really matter.
Spiders will love it.
There you go. Some may argue there's too much going on. I really like it. It's very cool. I think in an ideal world it would go like on a more plain flooring.
Look at the pretty pattern.
It's kind of freeing, isn't it, without the ottoman?
Yes.
It's nice.
And I don't feel as gross lying on this mat.
Well, that's the point. You can disinfect it and clean it rather than it be carpet that's a bit like, well, is it that clean?
Yeah, especially if you've walked on it in bare feet.
Very funny.
You could, oh.
Delivery man interrupted you insulting me, so that's good. What is it? Let's see. It's some sock-ons. Loads of you recommended this in the last video, that you put these on over their socks so they don't fall off.
You could have just bought like some spring onions and used the rubber bands. And it probably would, if you get the right size, it wouldn't constrict blood flow. It'll be fine.
That's some solid parenting advice from Alex.
And you got free spring onions then.
Totally safe. Yeah, this is a good little hack. So when she's on her walks, or just in the daytime, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to leave him here. Not sure that's how it's supposed to be used. Goodbye.
Bye.
I also will have to wash everything. That's a yes. All my jumpers. I'm gonna have to rearrange my drawers because I'm gonna have to be brutal. I'm just gonna have to go through my clothes and be a bit more realistic if I'm gonna be breastfeeding for a while, and like the clothes that I do or don't wear ever. If something I haven't worn in the last year, it needs to go because there is not enough room for all this stuff. I am excited to have all my jumpers back, for sure. They're all gonna have to be washed though over the next few weeks because I will have a sneeze attack if I wear any of them because they've been in storage. So things like this, for example, I love this, it's gorgeous, but it hasn't fit me for years, so that definitely needs to go to vintage. There's summer stuff in here. This is summer stuff that I left in here because I was pregnant. See, like I've got loads of workout clothes that I've held on to for years, quite literally years, because I spent so much money on them. And I was always a bit like, you know what, maybe I will fit them sometime. So I don't want to get rid of them because they're expensive and they're kind of useful to have. And I really truly think I need to finally get rid of them. Oh, my dungarees. Yeah, my breasts will never fit into these again, I don't think, because they are just ginormous now. That is probably a job for tomorrow. We have tragically had a bath and shower stuff in our dressing room for like the entire time we've lived here. And it's because it's always become a low priority doing up our bathroom, but it's become like, I don't know why I've seen it that way. We seem to have done everything else but do our bathroom. So it's now on my vision board that this gets done so I can have a proper dressing room, because this room we could do up ourselves so easily and so cheaply. We just need to paint in here, put some curtains up, and then I really want to like zhuzh the cupboards. They're IKEA wardrobes, and there's like DIYs you can do where you sort of like MDF round them so they look built in. And then you can like put shaker style sort of fronts on them, and you can get obviously different insides to them from IKEA. So that's something that we could do so easily, and I would just absolutely love to have this room be a room that I can film in. Because it's kind of mad to me that I've never prioritised this when this is a room that I'm often filming in, because I'm like starting my day, getting dressed in here, chatting with you, and it'd be really lovely to have a space like that wasn't a bedroom and wasn't the kitchen, and have a nice background. So I really, really want 2026 to be the year that we do this room and get the bathroom sorted. So for dinner we have the sort of food I used to have at university that we swore off, basically. I'd sworn off for years, and since having a baby we've had these a few times just for ease. So most shops do these kind of meal deals, and this is an Oriental style stir fry with Singapore style noodles, and then soy, ginger and garlic stir fry sauce with some tofu that Alex fried beforehand. And yeah, I remember sort of being like, no, you don't need to buy those things because it's so easy just to whip up a stir fry. But realistically, sometimes this is the way you're going to eat a healthy, nourishing meal. So don't shame yourself for having plastic or having kind of chopped, prepared meals, because this means we're having vegetables, tofu, and we're going to be full, and yeah, it's going to be a delicious dinner. Ta-da! Good morning. It's Wednesday. Alex is upstairs putting Eloin to sleep. It is a little bit of a touch and go whether he can get her to go to sleep. I think she's in a phase where she just likes to be with mummy, but it's quiet, so hopefully she's asleep. She was crying a second ago. I really want to sort out those clothes because I put them in the dressing room, but I didn't manage to sort through them. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do that right now because she's sleeping upstairs, but at some point today that is the goal, because it'll feel so good to have my like winter stuff. And then I think in the next video I really want to like, I don't know, try a week, like a challenge where I like make myself wear different clothes that I've not worn in a while, and maybe do a bit of shopping, just kind of try and find myself again, because I really want to go back to exercising, feeling like I'm eating healthy rather than just sort of throwing things together. Like I just feel like I need to set myself a bit of a challenge to make that happen, because I know it will have a positive impact. Similarly to this week, me and Alex kind of talking and discussing about how we both have sort of shifts with parenting so we both can get our work done. It's actually was a bit of like teething problems at the start of the week, but it's worked really well. Like for example, this morning I've been able to just do my work on my computer, and he's been looking after Eloin, and he's getting her to sleep, so she's obviously getting used to it. So before we were just kind of sharing it, and I was obviously doing the most of it because I'm breastfeeding, and he was there to like, I guess, make me food, that kind of thing. But now she's moving out of the newborn phase. It's that time where you can kind of have routines, so like you can have bedtime routines easier and wake ups, and try and think about sharing that load. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really hoping that's gonna really help us both feel clearer in our heads, because we know what we're doing every week, and we know when we're looking after her and when we're working and what we're doing basically. I think it will really improve things a lot. So I think that I can do something similar, like a challenge just for myself, to find the time or try and schedule in time to myself to exercise, which I think will really matter a lot to me and make me feel really good, and Alex as well. And also figure out more of a sort of meal plan of what we're eating every week, and maybe some food prep and fitting that into the week so that we can feel healthier and happier. I know that's going to have an impact on me, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to eat, and I just eat crisps and sweets, and that doesn't make you feel very good, does it? One thing I do want to do quickly is just sort out this cupboard, because that's probably a better thing to do whilst she's upstairs asleep, because I got sent these overnight oats, and I've got some like protein powders and flax seeds and stuff, and I need to find a space for bottles, and I just want to kind of take things out and rejig it a little bit. I actually could make one of these up. I got sent these from Elite, never tried them. These are overnight oats, and there's dark chocolate, and then there's peanut butter and banana. So I think I'm gonna make this up so that we have some breakfasts. In here is what I need to organise, because there's just like these 2 shelves with the supplements, the teas, bottles. It's just not the best. If you're wondering as well, we got sent these, but these are the Tommy TP bottles, which she does like, and also this is the Mam bottles, because a few people have asked me what bottles she likes, because I know some people have issues with their babies liking certain bottles. She's liked these, though she has never been fussy. I wonder if it's because we had to express and feed her with a bottle when she was first born for the first like 4 or 5 days, because she was on and off with breastfeeding. So I guess she's just kind of used to bottles from that first instance, when actually up until a couple of weeks ago we actually hadn't used a bottle since then. But I'm trying to get into pumping more, though I am finding it difficult to find the time in between breastfeeding to pump. Like, let me know how you do it, because I'm a bit confused. Well, that is a whole heap better. Supplements, bottles, teas. And if you're curious, the supplements I use are Wild Nutrition and also Athletic Greens. AG1, but I mainly use this Pregnancy and New Mother Multi every single day, and I have done during pregnancy too. And I actually think, well, I mean, I don't want to touch wood, I haven't had any postpartum hair loss yet. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, and if it does, hopefully it's a small amount, or maybe it's just delayed for me, I don't know. I wonder if the supplements have something to do with it. I'll let you know in the next vlog if I like the taste of these. Alex has just gone out with Roxy and Elowen to go for a walk in the pram. When I got my hair cut at the weekend, he came with me, but he went off with her for the first time I was away from her, apart from when he goes out just on a walk near us. That was the first time he went away from me, like in the car, in a pram, like was with her for probably about 3 or 4 hours without me. And I really found it liberating, but also found it very stressful in the lead up to it, because I was so worried and like thinking about what's he gonna do, what if she needs food, what if she cries the whole time, and just getting very worried. And then when I was actually having my hair, I really enjoyed myself, because it was that time just to chat to my hairstylist Abby and just catch up with her and really enjoy having a pamper. And he's just gone out now, and I was like, oh, I'll come with you. And he was like, no, I think it would be really good if I just go on my own, because it's good for me to just do it by myself. And it's good for you to get on and do some work or be at home by yourself without her, because that's a reality that I have to get used to. It's just obviously when you're a new mum, this is the first time you're doing all this stuff, so it feels so daunting. And I'm sure there are mums out there who remember this. It's hard, because I'm like, oh my gosh, drive really safely. Even though it's 10 minutes away and it's a road that we drive on all the time and it's so close, and yeah, there's really nothing to worry about, it's just down the road. But I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go do the clothes. So let's go upstairs. And I know that I decluttered these wardrobes not that long ago in a vlog with you, but I just feel like I need to be a bit more brutal, because there's so much stuff I just don't wear. So the rule is, if I haven't worn it in the last year, it needs to go, because even if I like it and think it's cool or cute, I don't wear it, so why is it there? It's so difficult, because I know that I'm even thinking about things where I'm like, yeah, I didn't wear that, but I'm gonna be a bit more brutal. I need to get rid of like at least 5 to 10 things to make room for all this winter stuff. It has to be done. I don't know why I kept this in here. This is definitely a summer dress. The thing that's hard is sentimental items, because this is my hen do dress. Like, when am I going to wear this? But I'm not ever going to get rid of it. Also, occasion wear does not count, like this needle and thread dress. I have only worn once, maybe once, but it is an occasion dress, and so there aren't loads of occasions to wear it, so I'm definitely keeping that. This was a boot sale find, car boots that I find. Oh, now I'm looking at it, it's cool. Loads of you were like, oh, it's not very nice. No, I think actually probably the reason I didn't wear this in the summer is because it's short. I feel too self-conscious about my legs to get them out like that, like I used to. But I would wear this probably with those boots, actually, these ones. How cute would this be with over-the-knee boots, tights, and a leather jacket? I feel like I need to actually make that outfit happen this week. Dresses like this as well, like I've kept this in here, but this is totally a summer dress. Don't know why I kept it in there. Same as this, even the colours I feel like this is just not for winter. Because even getting a jumper over that is hard. This is going to be sold. Stuff like this as well, like I really like this on paper, but it's one of those things that like I love it, but whenever I wear it, I just feel a bit frumpy. And that kind of annoys me because I do like it. I just feel like I need to be in the phase of like feeling like things, like even this outfit today, I'm just like, I feel dowdy in it. I mean, the colour's nice, but I need to get out of this feeling of lots of these clothes, the way they make me feel not the best. Again, don't know why I kept this in there, because that's definitely a summer dress. This is a very fun jumpsuit. And yes, in an ideal world, I would be able to wear this again, but it's so small, but it's so cool. Just like reminds me, this is like the sort of thing I'd love to be able to wear again because it makes me feel young. Oh, I forgot I had that. I haven't worn this. I need to endeavour to wear this. This is a gorgeous dress I was sent by AIM. And I was going to wear it in my pregnancy, but then we never really went out. I think Alex and I need to arrange, in the view of trying to be away from baby a bit more and get that confidence up, I think I need to arrange with my parents in November, December to go on a date together and wear this, because I should go out in the evening. We can go nearby, doesn't need to be anything extravagant, but I think I need to make that happen. And this, definitely not. Again, it's a linen dress. Why have I left this in there? Was I okay? Maybe I was rushing that day. These I guess I haven't really worn recently because of it not being the weather. I do have quite a few blazers, and I don't know why I don't really wear these, but they're quite cool. This was one that I did buy, and lots of you, look, it's got the label on it, lots of you were a bit like, not sure. So we'll give this a go, because it is a new season and I feel like it's just so cool. Like imagine this with that dress even. Right, shoes, cowboy boots, let's see, cowboy boots. These can definitely go away. These are my Hindu shoes. They're really classic, great shoes, but I would never wear those in the winter, they'd be too cold. We can put my new Bavea shoes away. These I wear all the time. I know some women's kryptonite is bags and shoes. Mine is coats. I just cannot resist nice coats. So I just don't understand how many coats I have. Like I've got so many because I just feel like they all have a purpose. Because I've got like a navy one, a camel one, a red one, a grey one, that sheepskin one. I've got my sort of one that I always wear on dog walks. I've got a trench coat. One thing that's missing though is my Burberry trench coat. God knows where that's gone. I don't understand that. I've had that since I was 16 and it has disappeared off the face of the planet. But I am excited to wear this one again. This is so cozy. This is one I always keep because I think it's very cool, but I don't wear it. I think because maybe the colour, like I feel like the colour is not the most flattering on me, you know, because it's orange and yellow. It's like warm. Let me know. It's cool. I've kept it for years and I've worn it like 5 times. I need to find a new location to store my handbags because they're just in here and it's really difficult. It's like I wish I could free up a drawer to put my handbags in. Maybe I should hang them? Where do people put their handbags? I feel so much better, like the organisation is so much better. I realised the top drawer was so bare and everything was squished below. So we've got tops and these drawers. This is what I want to replace because these drawers are so clunky to get in and out. But yeah, we've got tops and sweatpants. We've got trousers and workout clothes, fluffy jumpers, sweatshirts, shoes down the bottom, and then boots, and then all my clothes and coats, and it's just so much better. Now I just have to take pictures of all these clothes to sell. And I also really need to sort out this dressing table because I feel like, again, there's lots of stuff in here that I don't use. I might have time now to quickly whiz through it because I feel like maybe the lighting isn't the best for photos, so maybe I'll do that instead actually. I'm reunited with baby, and unfortunately she didn't nap in the pram, she only napped for 10 minutes. But we did just have a nice little feed and nap, and she's loving her little baby Einstein and her musical socks. And we are loving the playmat. These, she loves these, it's making her like kick loads. She's like, earlier she was like slamming her legs down, it was so funny. But I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. A nice little cozy rainy day, 2-day vlog. Stay tuned for the next video because I'm going to be hopefully trying some outfits and getting a bit of a pep back in my steps. If you're postpartum too, we can do this together. But I hope we're going to enjoy a nice dinner this evening and hopefully a good night's sleep. So I'll see you in the next video.